In this video, we're going to illustrate how to take a PowerPoint slide and make it into a poster. Now, there's many different things or different ways you can do this. This is just one example. You'll notice that we have a wood background, and we provided for you two more types of wood if you like to. Now, here's what we typed in. In this class, we do teamwork, we communicate and listen. We do respect, we do punctuality, we do friendship. The future of the world is in my classroom today. All of this, and we also have a picture of a tree, you can modify, and we're going to show you how to do that shortly. Here's the PowerPoint that you uploaded from the website. I'm going to click on this slide. I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate, and the reason for that is you should do this as well. If you have it completed, like in the first slide, and you want to make some changes, always create a duplicate, so if you make a mistake, you can always go back to the first one. Now, what we want to do here is show you how to make this three-dimensional chart. Okay, I'm going to click on it, and let's hit delete to get rid of it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is click on Insert, and once I click on Insert, once it comes up, Shapes, and I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to put it right about here. You can adjust the width and the length however you want. Now that it's in the area that I like for it to be, what I'm going to do is add a color to it. And to do that, you would have, when you click on it, you're going to have fill, and you choose the color you want. Okay. Now, the color I'm going to look at for this one, let's say would be this blue right here. Okay. Now the perimeter, the outside shape, I'm going to make it black. And what you can do also is when you hit weight, you can make it thicker. I'm going to leave it right about there. Your choice. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to put a wording in there. So I'm going to click on this A, and I'm going to type in basically what I want it to say. Okay, I typed it in here. I didn't want you to see or wait while I type all this in. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to go back to Home, and I'm going to change the lettering. However you change whatever color you want, I'm going to make it red. Now, I'm also going to increase the size of it. Okay, and in doing so, I want to decide what kind of font would I like to have. First of all, I'm going to make it bold. All right, now I'm going to click on my down arrow and choose the font type that you would like for it to be. You can pick any one you'd want. I'm going to click on Broadway and say, well, is that the one I want? You make the call, okay? If that's not the one you want, you can definitely click on this one. All right. Now, again, if it's not large enough, just simply click on the arrow and make it a little bit bigger. All right. And this is what you're looking for. If you wanted to, you could have highlighted it and click on italic. It's up to you, though. All right. Now, if you have the wording in there that you would like, let's make it three-dimensional. To do that, it's already highlighted. I'm going to click on this little effect here, and you'll notice it says 3D. Okay. I'm going to click on 3D, and I'm going to increase the width of it. As you can see, it's changing. And you make it however high you want it. I'm making it 30, and then the height. Okay. Now, if that's what you want, that's great. And you're done making that. Now, what you can do is simply, let me get rid of this one here. Okay. I'm going to delete it. What you can do, so you don't have to redo all that, is Control D again to duplicate it and move it down to wherever you want it. You can increase the size, move it over, and change the name. Now, if you want a different background, of course, right, while it's right-click while it's highlighted, you want to change the background. To do that, whoops, I got some font change here. To change the background, I'm going to click the pail. I right click, click the pail, and I'm going to make this, let's say yellow. Okay, and then you can change the border. You can also by right clicking and clicking on the line here and the width. It's up to you. And of course you can change the font. Alright? Now you'll notice that what we have is a tree. I just simply went to Google and put this tree here. But if you look carefully, the tree is behind this one. So I'm going to right click on here, right, and click on send it back. And now it's behind the tree. To show you that, just move the tree over a little bit. Okay, so you can put the tree in front, you can do whatever you want and move it behind. Basically, there's not too much to this. Now, if you go to Google and type in educational quotes, you can get a lot of different quotes that you may want to put up here. It's up to you. Now, what's also interesting is you'll notice I've deleted the background on these, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, here's the tree. Let me show you how to delete the background. I typed in educational tree images, and I would like to have this tree right here. So I'm going to right click on it and hit copy image. Then I'm going to paste it to my PowerPoint. I'm going to put it down here so you can have an easier time of seeing it. Control V. Okay, now we have a slight problem, not a major one. We want to get rid of this black at the bottom. So I double click on it. In the upper right hand corner we have a cropping tool, and we're just simply going to crop out that black line. There we go. Now, as I double click on it, it says remove background in the upper left hand corner. So I'm going to grab the handles, move it to the top, move it to the right, move it to the left, and move it down. And click off of it. And there's our tree. Now, let's copy that to the presentation we had before. But before I do that, let me click on that presentation. I'm going to get rid of the educational tree and go to this one. I'm going to right click, hit copy, and go back again. And I'm going to hit Control V to paste. And you can see it's on top of everything already because that's how we did it originally. I mean, we pasted it last. But if I click on it, double click on it, we could send it to the back. I don't know if you want to do that or not, though, right? Send it backwards. See, that's not practical. I'm going to hit undo, put it to the front. But we can also send these to the back as well. Okay, so that's really pretty simple. That's really how you do everything. Now, I would save and save often so you don't mess up. And then when you're done, if you want to make it a JPEG, just simply click on the word File, Save As, and go back to wherever you're going to. And I have create a poster here. And click on, I'd save it as a PowerPoint first. Then click it down here and hit JPEG and save it as a JPEG. And then you have something you can work with. Now, you can print this out if you like. But what you can also do, and this is interesting, is take it to Office Max. Now, for $30, they'll make it larger and put it on a board, poster board, 2 feet by 3 feet for $30. But you got to send it to them as a JPEG or as a PDF file. I would prefer a JPEG. And then you have a great presentation for your class. Now, can your kids do this? Sure they can. Oh, here, I created this, but I need to move it up. Now, when you move it up, if you hit Control key in the mouse, it moves it up very, very gingerly. Okay? So you can see I made the background for here invisible as well as this one. And you modify this however you want. Well, I hope a lot of this made sense, and you can see it's relatively easy to do. Well, thank you for watching our video.